What is up, my dudes? I am joined by Seth. We're semi-twinning today. We both got Dodger gear on, just me and Seth. Today we're doing our 10 most important things to remember for your 2026 fantasy football season. You can never start getting ahead too soon, right, Seth? And Seth, I am using a different Wi-Fi router, so let me know if I'm bouncing out and I can switch it up. But Jordan is getting ready for an Italian cruise or something like that. Is that right, Seth?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's going over to Italy, so that's cool. Happy for him. Could be a cool vacation. I've been there before. Really cool stuff. He's going a good time of the year where it's not bad weather. When I went, it was hot and very humid. I sweated a lot. It was really bad. But I really enjoyed it. The food is great. He's gonna really enjoy it because I know Jordan's a foodie. He's also Italian, so he's gonna like it.
Yeah, I am not a humidity guy. I don't handle it well.
No, where we live is a very dry heat. It gets really hot, but it's very dry.
So we are live on YouTube and X, guys. So go ahead and join us there. Give us that like and sub. Little housekeeping. We most likely will not have an episode next week due to Easter, just getting some stuff together. But we got opening day tomorrow. We're both wearing some Dodger gear.
Tonight.
Technically tonight. I think that's silly to do the opening night thing, but whatever. Seth, have you seen any good like baseball food right now before we jump into this fantasy football talk? And anybody in the chat see anything good? Like I saw some waffle cone type thing. Did you see that, Seth?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay. So they have let me see it right here.
The Phillies.
Yes, the Phillies are
I just saw that actually.
Yeah, with the Schwarber Bomb Sundae mini helmet filled with soft serve ice cream, topped with funnel cake, fried strawberry Uncrustable, fresh strawberry sauce, and fruity cereal pieces. Guys in the chat, are you down with the Schwarber Bomb or not? I'd try it. I'd try it once.
I would definitely try it.
Yeah.
It's probably $30 for a little bit of food, ice cream.
Did you see the 999 challenge, wherever the Giants are doing, where you get the 9 mini hot dogs, the 9 beers? Anyways, I guess it like comes with 9 cups, but there's not enough beer to like fill each can. So like everyone's super mad at them for that. So we probably shouldn't go too much more in the baseball talk. We got too much Dodger representation, as you probably could say right now. That might make people not want to tune in.
Hopefully it makes people mad, honestly. I think it should make people mad. Not everyone can be a fan of a franchise that wins 2 in a row, just with a good chance of winning a third.
Okay, so Bill says, I think we should add pranks to the show. Don't disagree. Jeff Delgado says, look up open the bases. I have really tiny font here. Am I reading that right, Seth?
Open up the bases. I'm not getting it.
And let the Hoys run. Maybe he meant to say, boys, judge them out. I don't know, Jeff, just give us a sub, Jeff, and then kind of rephrase this a little bit. Judge them out, he's saying. I'm not following that too much.
Not following.
So we got top 10 most important things to remember from the 2026 draft. Bill likes the Dodgers. We like the Dodgers. So, Seth, before we jump into this, I just want to do a little bit of dynasty tight end ranking here that I thought we could hop in here real quick if you want to do that.
Perfect. Yep.
So if I get the note to open here. Okay. So what I got here is I have, where do you view Kyle Pitts right now for dynasty? Below Tucker Kraft, above Sam Laporta. Right now he's around tight end 7 or 8. So rank those 3 guys: Tucker Kraft, Sam Laporta, and Kyle Pitts.
Man, I feel like it's the same guy to me. Is the Falcons QB still gonna be what's his face?
It's gonna be Penix most likely.
Penix, okay.
But
I'm gonna go.
He tore it up. Like Penix had a legendary playoff run right there. Kind of going on the contract here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Man, it's hard because I feel like Laporta is the best player, but he's on a stacked team. I'm going to go Kraft, Pitts, and then Laporta. I'm staying away from Laporta. I feel like I could draft Pitts with some confidence, and I feel like Kraft would be actually the tight end I would go for out of those three.
You went Kraft, Pitts, Laporta.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go Kraft, Pitts, Laporta. I'm always ready. Like, I think Pitts is still one of the best, and this is Dynasty. I still think Pitts is one of the best, tight end guys we've ever seen, like as from, draft potential, stuff like that. The fact that he finally turned it on at the end, I'll rank him number one. And then I'm going to go Kraft, Pitts, Laporta. That's what I'm going to do right there. And I think Kraft is still the guy there once he's healthy, should be coming back. And then you have Pitts. And I would love to have all three of those guys. I'm still not following Jefe Delgado, what he's talking about.
Me either. I'm not getting it either.
Oh, he wants more movement around the bases. Yeah, more movement around the bases. So, but yeah, regardless of how it happens, I think Hefe's got some kind of a like banana ball type thing going there. So got a little tight end dynasty, and then I got keep 3, cut 3. Seth, is a little bit easier here. I saw this from Luke Christensen on X. Okay, so keep 3, cut 3 dynasty QBs. And let's say this is for a super flex league. CJ Stroud, Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott. Maybe that's too many guys there. What 3 are you cutting on that, Seth? And I'll throw it in the show notes just so you have a visual so you could read it here. It's a little bit to the right over there.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
not
see.
coming, but
CJ Stroud, Bo Nix, keep 3, cut 3. Okay. Let me see. Bo Nix, CJ Stroud 24, Bo Nix 26, Jordan Love is 27, Baker Mayfield's 30, Jared Goff is 31, Dak Prescott's 32. I got to cut 3 and keep 3. I am cutting CJ Stroud. I'm keeping Bo Nix. I'm keeping Jared Goff. I'm cutting Dak. Keeping Jordan Love. And that's it. And cutting Baker. So I'm keeping Jared Goff, keeping Jordan Love, and Bo Nix. The rest of the guys I'm cutting out.
So right here, I said cutting Goff, Love, and Stroud. I'm keeping Nix, Mayfield, and Dak. So what was the one we were different on right there? Dak and
we were
Goff?
different on Mayfield and Dak.
Okay, so that was the split right there. Bill said cut Prescott for sure, and I'm hoping.
I just don't know how much longer the Cowboys stay together. Like, man,
yeah.
Are we talking for just this season? Or are we talking for something a little bit longer?
Dynasty. We're talking for Dynasty here.
So Dynasty. So, okay. So I feel a little bit better about that because I was thinking more for Dynasty and less for like a redraft thing. If it was redraft, I think I would go Baker, Bo Nix, and Dak. I think that's what I would do.
For Dynasty, you're different.
But for Dynasty, Bo Nix, I think you have to keep because he's so young. I guess he's 26, not super young. And I think Jordan Love has potential of being better. And I think Goff is just on a good team with guys that are going to stay around for a while. So I think I like that one better than Mayfield being on the Buccaneers because I just don't know about that team yet. And then I think the Cowboys are not going to be able to keep CeeDee Lamb for a long time. But how long is his contract?
No, he's still got time. Like Lamb still has time, and maybe Pickens goes somewhere for more money next year.
I don't know. I'm just not sure about Dak. The Cowboys just haven't made me feel like they're a super team yet. Like they have these spurts of being really good, It's just I have a hard time thinking Dak can do it for a lot longer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age. He is 32. So 32. So yeah. We can get into these here, Seth. We can jump into them. Our 10 things we have to remember for 2025 to help you win in 2026. Hefe saying he's old. Yeah, I feel like he's old. Here's the problem, Hefe. I'm older than him. That's what's weird. 34, almost a full-grown man. So, next one here. And Hefe, who's your football team, man? You talked a lot of baseball. Like I'm not that I dislike it at all. So, what do we got here? Here's what I got, Seth. I'll go first. Number one, I have running backs are still king. You know, we had a big deal happen, you know, where it's been like a lot of zero RB guys, stuff like that. So
I made that mistake last year.
Yeah, elite running backs delivered league winning upside. So first round picks like McCaffrey, Bijan, Gibbs produced multiple top RBs.
Yeah.
You know, getting rid of the recent trends where early running backs often were underperformed. So out of the top 15 flex scores in 2025, 10 were running backs. Playoff matchups with bad weather, short weeks, or division rivalries, heavily favored ground-heavy offenses. Teams stack the running backs or prioritize run defense. So matchups in fantasy postseason seemed like noticeable edge over pure passing builds. And so I think that you got to go with the running backs. And I think the longer these seasons go, if you can get that healthy running back, it's just going to be even better with playoffs, you know, because there's still not a lot of teams that aren't domes. So
yeah, go ahead.
What were you saying? No.
One thing, the RBs are still king. I think one thing I'm going to do going into this year is if I can get the running back that has that upside that I'm talking about. This will kind of go into my number 3 later, but kind of has that upside, you know, that you're talking about, that, you know, the 15 top flex players are running backs is a big deal. I think the best strategy for me this year is I'm going to try to get one really good running back, get, you know, hopefully one, you know, top of the line for receiver, and then kind of go receiver, and then try to get, you know, a lower running back and just hope my top running back produces enough to where I have 2 pretty good running backs, you know, that many points he's producing there. So I think that's the strategy I'm going to go with this year, is a good running back, complement that with some good middle of the line receivers, and then go running back again after that.
Yeah. And Jeff likes the Eagles. Only tight end to crack the top 15 was Trey McBride. So just a little fun tight end nugget there for you. Seth, what is your number 1 you're going with right here?
So I'm going with upside over safety. I think Jordan is one of the biggest proponents in this one. I feel like that too. I've always drafted for an upside in a player and not safety. One of those was saying, hey, I told one of my guys who ended up winning the league last year in the family league, Trent and Iron, the one we take seriously is a big deal. He drafted Christian McCaffrey because I said, dude, the guy has tremendous upside. I know 2 years ago he had a terrible season, you know, with his calf injuries, but the season before he was at an MVP level season. And so far last year he did too. I would argue he could have been the MVP, even though it's a quarterback award. So you have to draft upside in players and not thinking which guys get hurt and which guys are never hurt. You always want to draft the guy who has the biggest upside in that area. And I'm going to live and die by that one. I'm either going for first. I'm not going for second place or middle of the road. I'll go for first. And if I get last, drafting with upside over safety and all my players get hurt, that's fine. I'll live and die there. But that's one thing that has to remain consistent, is upside over safety.
I struggle with that. I probably write guys off too often. Jordan's good at not doing that. That's for sure. But yeah, CMC that paid off with this year. Like Saquon Barkley, you know, probably went a little too high after what he did this past year. So you're at the right point. You know what I mean? The upside over
if
safety.
McCaffrey is, if I'm drafting and McCaffrey's on I'm drafting him. Like I'm not drafting anyone else. You know, like I'm drafting guys that have the upside. I think you can pick and choose when you get those, you're getting the, third or fourth overall pick. But if McCaffrey's not the first overall pick this year, I think you're crazy.
Man, but do you think he really goes back to back games like that? You know what I'm saying? Or back to back seasons, like that whole rule of like that rule of 355 or whatever it is. When you have that many touches, like Saquon did it 2 years ago. This year he didn't do it. Like I think CMC, like he's one of those guys that I don't think he goes one. I would like to do a top 12 ranking, just draft ranking, and see where we all are. And I think that's what the next show should be, just because like. Is
That's
CMC everyone's number one right now?
I think he has to be.
Yeah, I would.
He touched the ball the most last year.
I think I might go Gibbs.
I think Gibbs is fine too. Like
contract year.
I think Gibbs is a good one too. I think I like that one a lot.
Yeah, Gibbs is on contract year. Achane's on contract year, and so is Bijan Robinson.
But I also think Trent. So like this might bleed into your number 2. We're just talking about CMC. I think this bleeds into your number 2.
Okay, so number 2 I have here. Age before hype. So while everyone was chasing the shiny young quarterbacks in middle rounds, the old heads delivered. We got Matthew Stafford, drafted as QB 23, finished as a top 3 fantasy QB with 46 touchdowns and monster MVP season. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, both cracked the top 12 overall, posting, steady 20-point weeks when it mattered most. Even Sam Darnold, going QB 27 in drafts, quietly gave you QB2 production with big yardage game. The lesson: stop overpaying for rookie upside in shaky situations. In single QB leagues, grab that proven veteran in a great offense and let the hype train bust without you. Because in 2025, your league's next big thing, rookie quarterback finish behind a 37-year-old grandpa throwing to Puka, while Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, and Matt Stafford were all laughing from the top 12. Like Jaden Daniels last year, there was a lot of guys that, got drafted really high, and these quarterbacks, like it was almost like late round QB kind of made a comeback.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this kind of it's a little bit similar. I think I wasn't expecting you for your number 2 to kind of be the same as mine, but I'm saying don't overdraft QBs. And I think that's kind of, we're on the same thing. It's like,
yeah,
I am not going to take in any of my leagues this year. I'm not going to take any quarterback early. I'm going to go for a later round QB, probably a guy who's older, who is, like this might kind of hurt my upside over safety, but I think that's just the smartest place to draft a quarterback, I think, is later in your draft, because you look at quarterbacks, the difference in their points in, from 6, or I guess probably from 8 to 15 is not very different. Like they're pretty similar in that range. And I want to be in that range. And I think if I can have the best players in each category and have a quarterback that's just there and going to put up a consistent amount of points, I think that's the best thing. So like a Dak Prescott, like you were saying, I think that's a great quarterback to have this year. And I think you can get him pretty late.
So guys that were your top 5 fantasy QBs drafted last year: Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, who got injured, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. That was 6. But Mayfield was at 7. Kyler Murray was at 9. Purdy was at 10. Justin Fields at 13. Drake May at 16. That was good. Good value there. Jordan Love at 17. Yep. CJ Stroud at 18. So like Stafford at 23. Darnold at 27. So it wasn't Daniel Jones at 31, which no one drafted Daniel Jones in one QB leagues, but he had some good fantasy points there. So we just did mine. We kind of bled into yours, did yours there. Those kind of played hand in hand. So I'll go to my number 3. Aaron is in the chat. Better late than never. Aaron, you just finished watching the Giants game right now. Do you like all the blue you're seeing here? Like, are you going to log off? Guys,
that was kind of pitiful, honestly.
Yeah, I get
Bronx Bombers came in and started spanking.
So here's the thing that I'll say about the San Francisco Giants, okay? I hate all modern stadiums, But actually, San Francisco, that's a 25-year-old stadium. They did a really good job with that baseball stadium of making it look old. You know what I'm saying? Like all
Yeah,
these
it's
new
really
NFL
good.
stadiums look exactly the same. The San Francisco Giants, they built that stadium and they actually made it look, historical. Like it looks cool. It's not cookie cutter like every stadium. So yeah, they did a great job with Oracle. And yeah, I can't stand saying that. It kills me to say it, but I love that Oracle's might be the last stadium that's just not a cookie cutter mold of another stadium. So I
Yeah,
don't know
it's a
if you
good one.
agree or disagree with that, Seth.
I know. I think it might be my favorite stadium, and I'm a Dodgers fan. I do like going to games over there in San Fran. It's fun. It's a really nice
All right.
atmosphere, really good weather most of the time.
Here I go for number 3 thing to remember. Waiver wire gang that stole your championship dreams. Okay. The waiver wire heroes, the random Tuesday ads who humiliated your first round picks in 2025. While your first round studs were busy ghosting you with 6-point games and questionable tags, these absolute nobodies crawled out of the waiver wire and straight up won championships for free in 2025. Michael Wilson was 0% rostered most of the year, then became a weekly 20-point wide receiver one monster once Marvin Harrison Jr. went down. Trevor Lawrence sat on waivers for months, then just flipped the switch and averaged 27 points per game in the playoffs like he was auditioning for revenge. Blake Corum, the forgotten Rams back, who turned into a reliable flex savior exactly when you needed him. And then who could forget Rico Dottle, another who is this guy, from Dallas, pick up that quietly delivered RB2 gold during the fantasy postseason and even had that absolute terror those couple of games. So moral of the story, stop crying over your bust and start refreshing the waiver wire like your championship depends on it, because it really did this past year. So you can't underestimate the waiver wire gang, guys.
Totally agree. I have something similar in 4, but mine in 3. We talked about this earlier with Trent. Trent's RBs are still king, but I'm saying receiving backs. Like, I think that's the biggest deal, and the RBs are still king. Like, you have guys that, you could say Saquon Barkley, you have that hit that crazy year, but I think it's the receiving backs that have the biggest upside, and that's the guys I'm going to be going for, is guys that have the receiving upside in there as well. So even with my secondary running back, I'm going to be drafting, like, it's going to be a guy of this similar build with the first guy. He's going to have that receiving upside, and those are the running backs I'm targeting this year.
All right, and then I have for 4. I don't like the PPR. That's always a nice boost, which I think that moves Achane up your board, Seth, a lot.
Right? No, it does. He does up my board for sure.
It's just there's nothing else at all on the Dolphins.
Yeah, he might be a pretty high pick this year.
I have, and these last ones are pretty basic for me. I have fix league settings. Right now is the best time to fix your league settings. Maybe you're still doing waiver priority. Maybe you're still, have waiver, acquisition limits, but bring all your rules to your commissioner now. Start the complaining early and try to get something to happen there. That I think you can't be too early to start that. Don't wait till the draft. And there's even guys that there's always something you can complain to your commissioner about, and start it earlier than later, especially if there's stuff like living in the Stone Ages where you're doing waiver priority over, free agency acquisition budget. So, Seth, do you start chirping away at guys about, stuff that need to get changed early, or do you wait till the draft?
I feel like it usually happens before the draft, but our league requires I don't even know if it's over a majority vote. I don't think it's just over 50%. Like, I think it's some percentage of it's like 60 or 75% vote or something to change some rules around. But we definitely have some ones that we want to change. They always happen in the middle of the season, and they're the kind of ones that aren't that big of a deal, until like it happens again. You know what I mean? So I think we need to like bring those up probably pretty soon and get them changed, because I think one year, you know, it was the special teams touchdown, you know, that the player gets the points for the special teams, you know, kick return or whatever, and not the special teams, or it was both of them or something, and it causes someone to
Yeah.
lose. Like there's stuff like that you got to do now than later. It could just be something you switch and no one says anything.
Yeah, that's always the possibility. Like if you're in sleeper though, it usually updates people when people change stuff. But we had the Tyreek Hill deal, like his first year on the Chiefs, and the guy happened to have Tyreek Hill and the Chiefs defense, and he was getting 6 points for the punt returns from Tyreek Hill and 6 points from the Chiefs defense for the special teams touchdown. And it was like a complete just hack. You know, it was like 12-point plays happening all the time. Tyreek Hill was like super valuable in the league that year. So
How
I
many
think
did
we
he
went.
have that year?
I'm not sure how many the most he had.
He had to have had like what, 3, maybe like
Probably.
2 kick returns and 1 punt return or something.
Yeah, and it was something where like the 40-yard plus receptions were bonus points. I'm looking right now. Tyreek Hill punt return. Oh, he never had a punt return TD. Was it a kick return?
It had to be kick returns.
There was something dumb about Tyreek Hill, I thought. But maybe. Oh, no, he had 2. Yeah, no. He had 2. The most he had a season was 2, but they were like absolute just heartbreaking for those guys there.
I'm sure it was probably like a closer game too, you know?
Yeah, he had 0 this season. That's what I read. So yeah. And then Seth, what do you have here?
So at number 4 for me, I have aggressive early fab. Think of the Puka Nakua from 3 years ago when you could have got that guy on waiver wire. And I was the guy who's like, hey, I think $20 is going to get this guy. I should have spent 100. I should have spent $100, and I could have, you know, I think I won 3 years ago, but my team could have been that much better still. So,
oh yeah,
like it's just, these are the kind of things that it's like when the talent comes out early and it works really well, just spend all your fab and just spend it on the upside. It kind of reminds me of, why can't I pull up his name from the Bucks? Emeka Egbuka. Like, drop the fab on guys that do that. I know he kind of fell off the end, right? He kind of had an injury, but like spend the money on those guys, because if they ends up working out, like you just drafted a high value guy without even having to draft him. And that's what your fab is for, to spend it. I think you have 3 big waiver wire opportunities a year, like big ones, and you need to spend your fab wisely on those big ones. But usually spending it early is the best case thing for you, because some stuff at the end is kind of like, hey, maybe you need some stuff here and there, but getting those big players to put you into the threshold of having 1 really good receiver to 2 really good receivers, or, you know, with the running back situation, like you gotta make those plays like aggressive and early. And I think that's the key to fab, is aggressive and early for sure.
One of my better waiver wire ads was like DJ Shark, his rookie year.
Yes.
Decent amount of fab. I think it was like $16. And everyone kind of made fun of me, but he kind of went off that year. But he didn't finish it the whole season. But yeah, like Michael Wilson this past year, you should have threw a bunch of money at him.
Oh, yeah. You should have spent all your money on him.
Yeah. So it's always easier looking back. It's like, you know, it's like
absolutely
stocks. Stuff
the
like
Puka
that.
one is just the craziest one.
Yeah, Puka is. Puka.
That's just the craziest one.
All right. Mine is schedule your in-person draft as soon as possible. Like right now, my league, they all know last Thursday of August, that is officially our draft every single year. Put it in your calendar. Get that league tradition where you schedule that draft and just get everybody fired up, you know. So I think and in person, it's not, you know, get that in-person draft scheduled as soon as you can, because August starts getting busy. You have all these other drafts. There's only 4 Saturdays. So that's my last little tidbit there. Seth, what do you have? like last place punishments, stuff like that. Like that, when you fix your league settings, get your last place punishments figured out.
Figure it out now before it's
Yeah.
too late and then the person backs out.
Yeah. And you don't have to go that crazy. Like shaving
Speaking
your
of
head's
Trent, we still
funny.
need to follow through with our league's last place punishment.
Well, we do have one. So the last place guys picture will be going up in our local high school football program. So we're doing a little ad for him in the program. We already cleared it with the whole head football coach and the boosters. So we just got to start working on that. So, but yeah, I think that's a good one. Guys, if you have a good last place punishment, let us know in the chat. Let us know on YouTube. Let us know if you're listening on Spotify. I want to know the last place punishments. Okay. Let me know there. And then, yeah.
I'll go with my fifth one. The last one, stream defense, special teams, and kickers. So I myself am a sucker, and I think streaming it's the best thing possible. And from what I've seen, a lot of people say don't draft them, but I think that's false. So let me go in here. Instead of drafting sometimes useless players who you think might not be worth anything, if you have room on your team to draft the first defense for the best week, for the first week, I think drafting that defense is nice. But also, I think if you can get a kicker, right, that has been proven, I think that's fine. But also, you can stream your kicker from week to week. I totally think that's fine. But definitely with defense and special teams, like I think streaming it's the best thing possible, and just finding the worst offense every week, or finding a defense that scores points or has a good run defense against certain or teams that have certain weaknesses. I think that's the best thing you can do, and just fish for those 8 points every week that you can get for sure.
Yeah. That week one, I
like to draft for week one with the defense.
Yeah, and I it's usually you could get it later too. Like you can kind of see who that worst offense was, and and you could do it. So I don't really reach too much on defenses. So yeah, that is our 10 there. Seth, I'm thinking Mount Rushmore on top video games you've played in your life. And I think we can exclude sports games.
Sports games.
Moistbeard saying Pitts will do absolutely nothing. Man, he might be a little behind right now. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's live.
I think he's just bringing it back up.
He's just bringing it back up. I appreciate it, Moistbeard. I have a hard time. I always want Pitts to be good. Like that playoff run was special. I feel like it could turn into something. Moistbeard, rank Pitts, Kraft, and Laporta. Rank those three for us.
Yeah,
Seth,
what do you think?
Going best video game Mount Rushmore here. And
dude,
I
played so many video games. It's crazy.
Orcana of Time is up there.
Ocarina.
Star Fox 64. You almost could do time errors, but Seth is just so much younger than me. That's the problem.
Dude, but the thing is, Trent, I've played so many old games too. Like, my dad was a big gamer. Like, he had a bunch of old systems. Like, I played so many games that I really like, and just thinking about it right now is just crazy. Like, oh man, there's so many good games. But I gotta think of like the best games I played, like having fun with my friends, I think is the biggest ones I have to pick. Because there's a lot of games I really enjoyed just playing by myself. But like there's a ton of games I gotta pick that I had a lot of fun playing with my friends.
So I think we go solo, and then I think you do a multiplayer one we can maybe do after. Captain says Laporta, Kraft, Pitts. I think I'd put Kraft ahead of Laporta.
You're just talking like solo games.
Yeah, let's just go solo. Then we could go to the group
so
ones
this is different. The solo games are different. Man, okay. I got to think
Seth,
more.
He wants to know how old you are. You're 23?
No, I'm 26.
And then I'm 34, moist.
Man, I got to think harder.
I'm going with mine here. I think I have to go Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think that's my favorite Zelda. People probably hate that. I say that. Red Dead Redemption. So a lot of like open space games like that. I'm going to try not to do a sport one because I feel like those all kind of bleed together. Man,
I need to do some research here.
I even liked the Tony Hawk Pro Skater for a while, Seth. Those were pretty good.
Oh, I that's one of the games I really like, but I
So
can't.
I got
It's
Breath of the
not
Wild.
Mount Rushmore though.
Yeah. There was that game called what was that? I am stunned. I'm like overwhelmed right now, Seth.
I am severely overwhelmed. I'm
Did
gonna
you ever do
go.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes, but very buggy. You have to have a good computer to run that on there. And
I played
honestly,
it on Xbox.
which is really interesting, is a lot of games like that. I actually enjoyed watching my brother play, and I would actually just watch him play, and we would just talk while he would play, if that would make sense. I didn't like playing it, but I watched him play. It was weird.
Captain Seth has Fortnite videos on YouTube. Bill likes
True,
Polytopia.
that's not
That is a
single
good
player,
one.
so I can't do that one.
Yeah, SS Trixie was good. Oh man, I might go NBA Jams on there. Or no, NBA Street. I might go NBA Street. I played a lot of NBA Street by myself.
Dude, is it bad that a lot of my favorite single player games are Star Wars games?
Let's hear them.
Like, I played a lot of Lego Star Wars, but I don't have the most memories of those. I'm going to have to go with Star Wars Battlefront 2, the story mode in that, or just playing against the computer, like in like a battle mode. And then I have Star Wars Jedi Academy. That's a good game. You get to customize your lightsaber, learn different force powers and stuff. Man, wow, I'm picking all Star Wars games.
Seth, did you ever play Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Nintendo 64? That game was awesome.
No.
That was a good game.
I might have played that one.
That you didn't play as like a main character. It was pretty cool. I'm wondering if Moistbeard played that one. But that one was really good.
Star Wars Republic Commando. That's a great game too. That game was actually hard. That game was hard for me as a kid, and I had to play that a long time before I beat it. Man.
Okay. Man. I got Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Red Dead Redemption, and then I'm going to go. How did it just slip my mind? Age of Empires. Throw an Age of Empires.
Oh man, that's a good one too.
I guess that's multiplayer. Though. That is multiplayer. Okay, so I'm messing it up right there. And then I would probably throw. I'm gonna just combine them both a little bit, and I'm going to say Age of Empires 3, Breath of the Wild, Red Dead Redemption, and I got to go Halo. I got to go Halo 1. You know, like I can't go GoldenEye. I got to go Halo 1 with the system link. Those are my 4 right there. Captain Moistbeard has Nintendo 64 in a box right now, and he has Star Wars Shadows right there. Like that was a great game right there. Killing Boba Fett and all that stuff. That was a fun one. I was young. I really liked that one though. That was a pretty good game. Seth, I think that
I'm gonna go.
Age of Empires would get me no love, and we had to do this without Jordan because Jordan doesn't play video games and he didn't as a kid. Bill is spamming the chat with Polytopia. I like Polytopia right now. I'm not going to put a phone game on here though.
I'm gonna have to go Skyrim on there too.
Ooh, nice one.
So that's a good game. That was like one of those games, that you can just do a bunch of different quests and stuff. That was an actual game I would play myself. Usually those kind of games I would watch my brother play. Man, I'm looking at all these tier lists too of these recent games.
Red Dead Redemption in 2010
that's a great one
was
too.
An awesome game.
A lot of the Assassin's Creed games I liked were fun too.
You weren't a Grand Theft Auto guy?
Well, I wasn't allowed to have that game for the longest time.
Yeah.
But I did play at my friend's house.
I would agree Halo 2 was better, Captain Moistbeard, because the campaign was a huge jump and all that stuff. You were able to use dual weapons. I agree with all that, but it was just, and that's really probably what I played more in high school, like Halo 2, Halo 3 at all the LAN parties. But Halo 1, just like that first time playing with 4 guys on a screen, like, yeah, I grew up playing 007, but like, I feel like Halo, I would just put Halo 1 in there just because you remember that first time, right? But you are right. Halo 2 was peak. ODST wasn't that good. I didn't mind Reach. Yeah.
There is another. Have you ever played the Lord of the Rings Shadow of War? Was a
Those
great
were
game
good.
too.
Those were good. You don't have like Smash Brothers on here, Seth. Like I know you're trying to not go
those
multiplayer,
are those are all multiplayer games. It's like
I think I got to kick Age of Empires off and throw Mario Kart on there. I have 2 Nintendo
Mario
Switch
Kart's
games.
multiplayer though. Like, see,
I
you
said-
open
I
up
said- I-
multiplayer, like you're open up a can of worms, and it's
I
like
know, but-
making me pick 4 video games out of like the hundreds I've played is hard. Like top 4 video games for me is just like I feel sick to my stomach leaving out some other ones. I'm serious. It's like
Seth's
it's
losing
insane how many
sleep
good
over
memories
this.
I have playing video games. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, see, Captain, Seth doesn't even know what it was like. Like, I remember watching my uncle play Rainbow Six on the computer, and it was dial up, and I thought it was the absolute coolest thing of all time. So he would hook up Halo 1 to the computer and play online. It was cool. Yeah. And guys, let us know if there's other Mount Rushmores I could get into. Like, Jordan's not a gamer, so we had to get into this. I'm having trouble not putting like NCA 15 on mine, Seth. I played NCA 15 so much I couldn't save any more dynasties.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had a lot
Like,
of
I got to like
games are a different bucket
2040.
too, I had a lot of fun
I
playing
don't remember
sports
Mist.
games too.
Yeah.
I played a lot of FIFA too. That was fun.
I think you got to go a sports game, and then you got to go, yeah. So I
You could do
won't
a
go
sports
Mario.
Mount Rushmore game because like I'm gonna like throw the Wii on there. Like the Wii sports games were fun.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take Age of Empires out. You ever play Jack and Daxter?
No.
That was a fun game. You're probably too young.
Man, there's so many good games. Man, what's another one too?
We should have went by system, Seth.
Yeah, if you go by system, like that's even crazier because it's like on the the GameCube, the Nintendo GameCube, like Mario Strikers Charge, that soccer game was so fun.
Yeah, and the NHL 09 was very good. Very good game there.
Yeah, it's a good game too. I just had a lot of fun. Honestly, the best part about playing video games, in my opinion, like the solo games were fun, and I could spend a decent amount of time doing that, but was playing the games with my friends that made it fun. Because it was like, hang out with my friends and do stuff with them, it's fun. Or then I'd be at home playing video games with my friends, and that was fun too.
Moist Beard, did you play SOCOM US Navy SEALs? That was like the first online game with headsets and stuff, and it was way too advanced for me. I couldn't do it.
I want to say I played that game.
It was very complicated. SOCOM US Navy SEALs, or SOCOM, SOCOM. And then All Eyes on Me. SF Giants going to win the NL West this season. There, I claimed it now. I don't know if I'd want to claim that, but yeah. Did you like SOCOM, Moist Beard?
Man, that was for PlayStation. I want to say I tried playing it or I played it a few times and I was still too young to where it was like still kind of hard for me.
It was really hard to read. It was very like... You didn't play Metal Gears, Seth?
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom of Hearts? I never played Kingdom of Hearts for whatever reason.
What's that one game where you're in the cars and you shoot the other cars on PlayStation 2? Twisted Metal. Oh, that was a great game
Crazy
too.
Taxi.
Oh, that's what it was. It was SOCOM on the PlayStation Portable. Yes, I played that game.
I didn't play it on the PSP. Yeah. Yeah, nothing like modern. Yeah, and like Call of Duties have to be on there. Seth, just give us like an easy 4. Then maybe next time we do multiplayer because I think we got a lot of game heads in the chat too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I got to go back to the Star Wars ones. I'm gonna do Star Wars, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Build your own lightsaber, force powers. Build your own Jedi. Really fun. Choose your path, sort of a thing. I'm gonna go Star
That was a good
Wars. What is it? Something Commando. That's a great game.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. And then I'm gonna go Skyrim. And then oh man, I had one more Star Wars one. Where is it?
None of the Pokemon games, huh? Like, I would love to just do a Nintendo Mount Rushmore. Like, and that's probably what I should have done. I just pulled this out of nowhere, though. Like, just called an audible straight at Peyton Manning in the middle of the show just now.
And then I'll do I won't do Battlefront because I played that decent amount with my brother. I'll do Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga.
How is that? Like, I never played that one. I'm just shocked.
Lego Star Wars is really fun.
Okay. On the Wii?
No, on the Wii. I played that on the Xbox.
Okay.
I was an Xbox guy.
I think we go next time we go multiplayer games and we just have Jordan deal with it. You know, the guy's on an Italian cruise right now.
Yeah, make him deal with it. Make him actually like do something.
Guys, let us know in the chat. Let us know later on the video. Let us know on Spotify, wherever. What do you want the next Mount Rushmore to be? Shoot us an email, tffdudes@gmail.com. We are listening to you. Captain says OG Pokemon for him, Zelda Windwalker, Advance Wars. Was it Shantae? Just because I don't know who that is. Captain, I'm surprised you haven't said anything about Breath of the Wild. You got to play that one, man. So I probably just read something I wasn't supposed to read, but it happens. Guys, that's all we got. Taking next week off for Easter, most likely. It's just unless something crazy happens, like Emmitt Smith comes out of retirement or like Dak Prescott gets traded to the Falcons or something, then we're probably not coming next week. So, yeah, Moist Beard, play that one. It's very, very good. You will not. Jordan is on an Italian cruise, Coleman. So we got to get Coleman on here a little earlier. I feel like 9 o'clock is just a little too early for him.
I don't really know what he's doing before then.
He gets on at like 9:50 every single time. So, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom's really good too, man. Oh, he was at Bible study. I think you could have watched it there, honestly. Tears of the Kingdom is good. I like Breath of the Wild a little bit better, though. I like it a little bit better. I'm working my way through Tears of the Kingdom right now. That is all we got, guys. You know, so catch us on X at TFF Dudes. A lot of good stuff going on as always. Taking next week off, like I said. We will see you. We will see you next time. Maybe we just run it back next week just for fun, not football related. Me and Seth just see what happens. Just kind of go where the mics
talk about video games the whole time. I don't know.
We could do that, Seth. We could do that. Maybe get a little bit more scheduled. Not tell Jordan when the cat's away, the mice will play. See you next time, guys. And as always, take care.
Go Dodgers, baby. 3-peat.